Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, the 12 days of Yorion continue, but with a little twist, one that you may not have seen coming. Hopefully I can still surprise you occasionally. Behold, Rakdos Yorion, or Yoinkorion. Yoinkiorion, Yorion sacrifice, Yoinking Yorion. I don't know. Yoinkian, the sky nomad. Anyway, steal their stuff, sacrifice it with Yorion flair. Why? Because we can, and because it's an 80 card deck. There are 80 very playable cards in the Rakdos colors, and I just got it in my head that it would be pretty cool to blink an Akroan War, steal another thing, and sacrifice it to Woestrider after getting another goat. This deck isn't without blinkable stuff. Blinking Kroxa causes another discard, although you have to sacrifice it, but maybe that's good for a reason. I don't know. Mire Triton, blinking it fills your graveyard. Same with Timurit Calls the Dead, makes more zombies. And Elspeth's Nightmare can kill multiple things, discard multiple cards. Woestrider can get multiple goats. What more could you want? And Akroan War is the big one. Gain control of target creature as long as Akroan War remains on the battlefield. Play the war, steal a thing, sack it to the Woestrider or the Witch's Oven. Get Yorion, flay it, blink the Akroan War, steal another thing, sacrifice it. That's not the worst. But CGB, is it worth making your mana so bad playing a blue and white card in a deck with no blue or white cards? It's actually really free. Like, it might be one of the things that actually helps the sacrifice deck more than it hurts it. So here's the upside. You get that free ability with all the blinks, and it's because of the mana. We have Savvy Triome, which makes white mana, so that alone helps fuel a Yorion. But we also have Needle Verge pathway, River Glide pathway, Clearwater pathway, Bright Climb pathway. We have all these pathways, and the idea is until we have Kroxa mana, we just play them on black or red, because they all can be black or red. But once we already have the mana to bring back and play our Kroxa, we can play these on blue and white, and that gives us Yorion mana once we have two cards that make blue or white. So with so many pathways, it's kind of free. The downside is I'm running a lot of land. Like, I'm on 36 land, and hopefully having Temple of Malice and Savvy Triome to scry and cycle will help take some of the sting out, but we are running an obscenely high land count, and you could cut back the basics, but then you have to cut back Fable Passage. You could cut back some of the pathways. Maybe that's a thing. The other deck building cost is consistency. Consistency. Guys, we really want a Village Rites, a Witch's Oven, and an Akroan War, and a Woestrider, and a Claim the Firstborn. We want the Yoink effects with the sacrifice effects. We need to have the Witch's Oven, Village Rites, or Woestrider when we have the claim in the war. So, in order to make that happen, a smaller deck can often be a good thing. On the bright side, we have a lot of sacrifice effects, and maybe we won't draw the Yoink effects in matchups where they're bad because there's 8 of them, but I still think that we can put this together. I think this might be strictly an upgrade, getting Yorion into the deck. Not only that, we were already good against rogues. Now we're freaking great against rogues. We have 20 extra cards in the library. We have Kroxa, Woestrider, and Skyclave Shade that we can play out of the graveyard. Oh, the rogues, they're going to die. They are going to die. Stay tuned until the end of the video. I have a special Christmas gift for all of you, a code for MTG Arena. I know you guys love that sort of thing, and it was created because we raised more money than any other team for the Extra Life charity event that we did last month. So, there's going to be some codes. There's a limited number, and I'm going to tell you how to get them at the end of the video. The Cool Kids Club know what to do. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Oh no, we're playing against Zeus and his beard? That's so much Zeus. What the heck am I supposed to do? But we have the oven. Oven is key. Hopefully the opponent gives us something to steal. They're a Luris deck. It should happen. Temple. Let's see what we can find. Untapped land. We'll find another. Two village rights. Well, I don't plan to bone crush whatever they play, because I need to steal it. Yes. So we'll play this on black. Resolve the oven. Yes, good, good. Mill me, rogues. This is supposed to be our dream matchup. We'll see how it actually turns out. You never know what's gonna happen. Alright. Mill the opponent? Not really, no. It's all really tempting. I am historically bad at playing these decks. Hit. I'd rather have the cards right now than the food. Second oven. Nice. Not one, but two. You always need one, and it's 80 cards, so of course we play the 4. The second isn't very useful, though. Our thoughts are getting thieved. Card draw, yeah, boy. Love how everybody got on the one mind train very quickly. There it is. There it is. On the last mill, too. Give him the hello. They're not a Lurrus deck. So we want to leave... Or they are a Lurrus deck, they're not a Zareth deck. So we want to leave the enchantments, because we can exile them with Timurit Calls the Dead. Take 3. Would you like to mill me again? We can play this game again. And you're not going to exile or steal this because I have the ovens. You are in the hard lock. Go ahead. Steal it. See what happens. Oh, for one thing, they've got to put more cards in my graveyard first. Their best chance is Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust will do it. I have to catch this in the graveyard and cling it. Ooh, more free stuff. Thank you. You see him even being like, no, why am I doing this? It's hurting me. It's... you love it. I love seeing the rogue deck kill itself. Not only that, we have 80 cards. So any hope they had of just milling right through this stuff anyway is very low. Very low indeed. You better figure it out. You better solve the equation. My turn. Cool. Cool beanses. I could play a land. What is it? Exile 4? So there would be 2 left. No, 1 left. If there's 1 left, they can't even drown the Kroxa. All right. Aha! Free goat. Hype. Go ahead, drown the Kroxa. They probably have a different plan, but... Or maybe not. I don't know. You're being attacked by Kroxa. What? Do something. The rogue player is so flabbergasted. They just have no hope anymore. Wait, I can't sack my Windrobber? I've always been able to sack my Windrobber. No? Can't do that. I cast into the story. Nope, that doesn't do it. Wall Mage's Domination, literally useless against the ovens. Yeah, you gotta do better. Do better, rogues. Some people are going to love this deck just for the ability to torture rogues. Some of you are already liking the video and commenting, yay, a deck that beats rogues. It's even a Yorion deck that beats rogues. Some of you, this is manna from heaven. Go ahead, attack. Fill my graveyard. I've got another one of these. I'm eager to get a free Woe Strider again. Now there's 2 cards in the graveyard. If you like, you can drown the Croxa now. Thank you. Good stuff. Elspeth's Nightmare, pretty good one. 4 cards in the graveyard. 1 more into the graveyard. And we can escape the Woe Strider and shut off Drown again. But I don't think that's actually going to happen. So let's just try to attack our opponent here. I'm not going for what you guys are screaming at for being easy lethal, because something like this is bound to happen. Draw 2 cards, or just make food. I still want to play the Bone Crusher Giant, and I still want to play the Woe Strider. Take 5. 5 cards in the yard. We could clean it again and just have another Woe Strider and no Croxa. But I think we'll do a little bit of this. Kill that. Where are you going? We were having a game of Magic. You were doing your strategy. I was doing my strategy. What could you complain about? All I want is a shade on the play. All I get is a Croxa on the draw. But it's a pretty good setup with Woe Strider, a Crow in War. Let's see what happens. Hold on to your butts. The opponent could run this hand right over, as our first proactive play is turn 3, like our first board affecting play, turn 3 Woe Strider. If they don't kill it though, Mono Red always knows. They just know when you're on the draw, man. They know when you're on the draw, when your hand is sketch, and they come after you. Every time. Draw is not good either. It is not good. Oops, yeah, I am feeling the oops. I feel very oopsed here right now. Very, very oopsed right now. This is a turn 4, just perfect curve out Embercleave, I think. So let's see it. Good game, yeah, that's cool, man. You even had the land to discard, so you were gonna hit 5 land drops. Actually, they don't need it here, do they? Wait a minute, that's not Embercleave. That's not Embercleave. What you doing? Okay. They should make this a 4 just to get 2 tokens. There you go. Land? No, thank you. Complete with trample. They have so much to say. They didn't even play their Fervent Champion. What an inspiring gamer. I will take this. The opponent's like, yeah, I was gonna attack anyway. Man, they are a real load, aren't they? Yes, they are. There's no question about that. All right, play a Woe Strider. Use a Bone Crusher Giant on one of these in combat, probably. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 satyr. Well, you have to attack. I love that they had to think about this. Nice thinking. All right, how to block. Want to get rid of you. We still have village rights. The opponent GG's again. They are the smartest in the shed for sure. I guess I'd rather keep the Strider, because this is going to die anyway. Which, speaking of which, if it does survive for some reason. So, did they just never have the Embercleave? Are they all mind games? 100% mind games here. Bone Crusher on my Woe Strider. This is going to die anyway, so this is fine. We could also deny them the Giant by sacrificing it to village rights, but then we don't. They get back the Annex, which we can't have. They're bored. Aw. They're bored, guys. Isn't that sad? Okay. So here's what we can do. These are all going to die anyway. Oops. Didn't mean to shuffle away the card I kept on top. Top tier. Yeah, I need to sacrifice this Annex. So we'll just go over here and blow this up. Not take the damage. Though I don't know if that was right either. You know what I probably should have done? I probably should have targeted my own Woe Strider with my Bone Crusher Giant, then the opponent doesn't get their Giant. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. I'm sure I did mess that up, but it's kind of cool. It's a lot of interaction, and I'm terrible at it, and you guys are laughing at me in comments and telling me all the things I did wrong. But screw you. I'm just trying to play some Magic. I fully accept that this is not my wheelhouse. Another Annex. They can't block anyway. Our little tokens may as well jam. Opponent goes in for the Bone Crusher Giant. Nice. Alright, we might draw a Yoink effect, so we're still holding on to the village rights to the last possible moment. Attacking with Kroxa might be a mistake, but it's a mistake I will make. Alright, down goes the Hellhound. Next to damage. Down to 7. Here's my Giant. Here's my Elspeth's Nightmare. Could go for the Hellhound, or we could go for the token. The Hellhound can block. And the Hellhound, I think the opponent's due to draw that land. And I think their card is a Torbran. Are we going to pull it off? All that emoting? Are you just going to die mono red? Or are you going to pull this off? Maybe find a lit sword you can throw at me. Let's find out. Ooh, didn't even attack with the tokens. Show me the hand. No? Where's your emote now? Where's your emote now? Huh, I guess I'll keep it because of Bone Crusher Giant, Double Oven, far from ideal. But what can you do? Stomping time. Gotta stomp it now. Yep, they've got the Aspirant, which is good. If I didn't have the untapped land for the Nightmare, I probably wouldn't have stomped in that spot, but drawing the Nightmare made it super easy. Alright, first two things died. And if they have Lurrus, we're going to exile some graveyard too. Puppy! Miria's Call. Maul of the Skyclaves. And, oh god. Oh man, that's a beating. We're going to have to play a Yorion just to block this. We gotta set that up. So we take the Maul for sure. We're gonna get housed by Legion Angel. I'm glad we saw it. It tells us what we need to do. We need to play a Yorion and defend. What do we have? Just a Crow in Wars. A Crow in War is how we deal. That's asking a lot. What do you think? Do we play greedy and go for bonus goat? Doesn't seem good enough to me. Just look at that. Rakdos Yorion, that's why it's in the deck. Something's got to block those Legion Angels. There's too many of them. Gotta draw the Crow in War. It's the only way. What else do we have for Legion Angel? Any other strategy I can play to? No. There's no other strategy I can play to. I could make them discard an angel from their hand, but I don't have the means to do that, and I don't have the time. We can also make a lot of food. We could cook some stuff in our ovens. Alright, they got 3 of them. So they can start attacking and even use the Savior to defend the one that I block to make sure that they get in a lot of damage every turn. Are they holding or what? No, they're not going to do that yet. Alright. We have to start attacking them. Ooh, we get to go after the dog. But they're going to try to save it. I don't think they're going to want... They're not going to want to use it this turn, right? I don't think so. Here is an oven. Yeah, we need to try to race. But I still don't think I attack with the Yorion. Oh boy. We're actually blocking here. Are they going to use the dog? I'm hoping they don't use the dog. Like, I thought they'd want to use it on offense, and they don't. Nice. Now that's key, because now we get to Nightmare the dog. And they can't use it on offense either. Also, the Amiria's Call, we get to take that next turn before that gets out of hand. Now that we've played the Yorion, all of our pathways can be set to black and red, because there's no other reason to have the blue mana or the white mana. Uh-oh. Well, oh, it's not going to be that bad. All right, so first off, let's scry. Another oven is not it. Good scry. And then into this oven. Four cards in graveyard. I need another, but I don't want it to be the Yorion. All right, is the full Legion assembled? Yes, it is. That can go to the graveyard. 2 Lindens. Interesting. Could be worse. Timuric Calls the Dead. I think that's the value engine we need to break this game open. Look at Yorion. Didn't blink anything, and look at the impact on the game. Oh no, that can block the Woe Strider all day. Oh, that really sucks. Alright. Goat, find me something. That's not much. That's not much. It is another scry. Like, at worst, I can play it, have something on the board, and scry with it later. It's definitely better than a bad draw. Man, does it suck not being able to attack with this Woe Strider, though. I need to be more aggressive. I need to fill my graveyard. There's a lot of specific cards I need to draw into. We need to give ourselves a chance. That's good. But we don't want to give up our Woe Strider right now. Holding off the ground critters. Where's my claims? Where's my yoink? I need to yoink this Daxos. And the standoff continues. No! No! Not great. Oh, don't you touch my Yorion. Casket. Okay, here we go again. So, target there. Draw 2. Okay. Would you like to attack? Would you like to throw something away for damage? No. Still holding back. Opponent giving a lesson in patience. Timuric Calls the Dead. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, look at all that land. Look at all that land. Woe Strider. To those of you who said that Rakdos sack didn't need Yorion, have you seen how much damage has this prevented this game? It's insane, right? It's an insane amount at this point. Are you going to attack to try to run up the speaker? You should wait till next turn for sure. Because if I kill the speaker, it was all for naught. Come on, we need a way to kill the speaker. Kroxa. I want this Kroxa, but I don't want to lose to Speaker of the Heavens. It's a way to deal damage indirectly, and the opponent has to attack to deal damage, so eventually they can't do that anymore. There's only one card in the graveyard. The Woe Striders are eating it up. All right. Fresh draw. I might regret that. A lot. Okay. Zombie. It's in your head. 0 yoink effects yoink deck. Million lands. Free to a good home. It's amazing how many scries and looks I get, and my opponent just rips what they need. I think we're done here. You know what? You know what? You got it. You got it. That was a painful game to play. But you have to appreciate the work Yorion tried to do. No red source. A lot of the cards we need on the play. It's a question of faith. I shouldn't have any. But I'm a hopeless romantic. I still believe in the game I love. Oh, if I lose to rogues because of this. Into the bin. 3 red sources. Do it. Whoa. We were not going to get there. All right, we get another chance. Ready? Okay. There's that red source I needed. Ivan figures out how to attack for 1. Good stuff. And go. Show me that hand. Eliminate. Cling to Dust. Agadeem's Awakening. I guess I'll take the Awakening. In the long term, it's the bigger problem. Eliminate. They get to kill something. Whatever. I can probably draw some of the ire either on a Timuric Calls the Dead or a Woe Strider. We have no creatures in the graveyard yet, so maybe I play the Woe Strider first. The opponent might go Eliminate, Cling it, then they didn't even draw a card with their Cling and they're an actual nothing. I get a Scry, I try to dig. Unless they do it here with the trigger on the stack, which that's fine too. Alright, and they use the Cling for life. They're on actual nothing once this goes off because they lose the Cling. I'll save the goat. We might draw Village Rites. Another Nightmare. Was it a Drown in the Loch off the top? Not yet, it wasn't. I think Ivan should have played this game with a mind towards card advantage. I don't think Ivan can take the time to exile the Woe Strider there. There's just not enough going on. Now Ivan might get bailed out. Into the Story is a good card. Oh, not today. All right, now that that's done, let's exile some stuff. We still need to locate a red source to be in this game. But we've been playing with basically one hand tied behind our back, and we're still just tearing the Rogues deck to pieces. It's another black source. Probably should have put it on blue so I could potentially cast Yorion. Might be a Thought Thief. Brazen Borrower. It's a good one. We keep exiling Sagas. I don't think we've hit a creature yet. Making sure that the auto order isn't on. We really want to mill then scry so that we can try to find the red source. Ooh, Woe Strider's good. Alright, there's the red source. We need to draw that. Hopefully the opponent won't stop us in some way. Everything else here is fine. Another Eliminate. And the party starts... they could be a Xerath deck. Let's think. That's good for a Xerath deck. We already used 2 Timurit Calls the Dead. Xerath getting a Crow in War could be brutal. Xerath getting a Timurit could be brutal. And then I guess the Ovens. Let me draw it. Yes! These are fine. These are just fine. Hoolalali. So, we could throw the War at them. Could also just Bone Crush this sucker. Let's attack first. Down to 12. So not a removal spell, probably a counter spell. Which means let's do this on their turn, and we'll do it on their upkeep. Buy this, because we're not using the mana otherwise. Okay, not a counter spell. So what is it? Land? They don't seem like the type to slow roll a land, so it's something with no targets? I can't figure out what that is. I mean, it could be a Xerath that they're trying to time, but these goats are a problem. Alright, I'm going after your hand. Show me the card. Show it to me. Show it. Sure. Just get beaten to death holding Drown in the Lock. Ah, rogues. Rogues, 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 rogues. You love to see it. Some people just will never use it for removal. They will only use it as a counter because that is so much more obnoxious for them. Give me that. I will yoink, dang it. I will yoink. Still beats rogues. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up. And the biggest note I have from this deck is, yes, it floods a bit. We should trim some pathways. Maybe cut one of each pathway and play another card. Some other value card. Maybe something that works with Yorion. I mean, if you need something simple, play a Golden Egg. But removal spells like Heartless Act or Bloodchief's Thirst might not be bad ideas, although we do want to steal most of the good creatures. So anyway, I think that it's a bit too many land. Also, this is a mid-range deck with 4 of everything. Like, it's all 4 ofs. And sometimes that can be a sign of a deck with a really linear strategy that does what it wants to do all the time, such as steal and sacrifice. But it can also be a sign that we didn't tune the deck enough, and there's some other cards that should get played. Rankle comes to mind as a card that fits this strategy. Ox of Agonis is a card that some people use, although, in my opinion, we have almost too many escape cards with Kroxa and Woe Strider hanging out. So there are definitely some cards that we could play in the deck, and you can tinker with it, find some mix that you like. But I do really enjoy, if I'm going to play Sacrifice, which is honestly one of my Achilles heels as a player. I'm not the greatest at playing Sacrifice, but if I'm going to play it, let me do it with Yorion. Because, you know, that's how, as Rocky would say, that's how winning is done. I don't know if that was any good. I don't attempt that one very often. What would you give it out of 10, Matty B? Anyway, I promise you guys codes if you watched all the way to the end of the video. And codes you can have. A code, 1 code each. This code only works 1 per account. Getting multiples is not cool. And here's what's up. It's for a special art, a cosmetic of collected company. Historic. Reset. It's not going to let me because the deck is standard. It's not even going to let me look at the historic cards. Okay, we'll do it like this. So, a special cosmetic of collected company. A special cosmetic of collected company. A special, there it is. There it is. If you would like to get a code to unlock a cosmetic of special art of collected company featuring a John here hanging out with the troops, I'll tell you how to get it. Are you ready? Here's what you do. In the description, and if I'm really on it, this link will be right near the top of the description so you don't have to scroll. But in the description, you will see a link to the CGB Discord. This is a free Discord with over 5,000 members. Over 5,000 members. If you don't have Discord, stop living under a rock. Go get Discord. It's what gamers do. So, get Discord. Click link. Join the CGB universe where you'll have access to all these sweet channels for free, where you can vent about Magic the Gathering, where you can share nonsense like memes, where you can talk about the eSports, the competitive side of Magic, where you content creators can promote your goodies. Actually, you can promote your stuff, whatever you make, music, writing, blogs, I don't care. You can post whatever you want in here to the audience. If they want to check it out, they will. You can also give me feedback. That's fine. We talk about previews. We have a Dex channel. We have a thing to just talk about all things Magic. You can give me emote ideas and fashion ideas for the stream and the show. You can also find links to the stuff I use. You can get announcements about when I go live or my streaming schedule or anything affecting the channel. But that's not what you care about. You want the codes. Codes giveaway channel. Go into the codes giveaway channel and with your name say, may I please have a code? Do not DM me. Don't do it. You'll get no codes this way. The code handouts are being handled by my awesome moderators who wanted to do it. They're like, have them post in a channel and we will DM them the codes. So you will get a DM from some of my awesome mods who are going to be like, yo, here's your code. when they can. There's literally like 30,000-ish people who watch nearly all of my videos on a regular basis. All right? There are about 900 codes. Okay? So, good while supplies last. A couple of mods are handling the distribution, so it might take them a while. And if you don't get one, sorry, we did our best. Having 900 codes to give away is pretty freaking awesome. I have a feeling this channel is about to explode when this goes live, so you better be on it. And those of you who stay till the end, join the Discord, get yourself a code, and especially if you stick around to get to know some of the other fans in the community. We also have a special channel for subs. Like check it out. It's a sweet deal. You're going to love it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Ugh.